So what's going on, guys? A little while ago, it's probably been about 2 weeks ago at this point. I'm pretty late on this news. Recording last week was kind of pretty hard for me to do, but here we are, and I would love to talk about this information nonetheless. So we have gotten details on Persona 5 The Royal and on the new Persona 5S game that was previously unrevealed. No details had been released before. So Persona 5 The Royal, we kind of got details on a while ago, and it's basically just going to be a re-release of Persona 5, but with a lot of added elements. It's not going to be DLC as far as I understand. It's going to be an entirely new package that you go to GameStop and buy. So I kind of have a little bit of mixed feelings about this because I'm currently playing through Persona 5 myself, and I love the game, but having to play the game and then go back and play the game again is no small task for anybody. The game is extremely long. It's like 120 hours long just to get through the main story. So asking someone to go through the game twice is a little bit of a tall task to ask for someone, but nonetheless, I will probably do it. If they have a special edition of the game, I will most likely buy the game. As of right now, playing through Persona 5, it's becoming one of my favorite games of all time. I think it has a really, really nice mixture of Zelda elements with the dungeons, and I'm getting more into JRPGs nowadays. And I think it's a really, really nice mix of both. The story is wonderful, the characters are great, and I even think that the English voice acting is actually not half bad at all, especially compared to a lot of other games. And anyway, the details of Persona 5 The Royal, it's not DLC, but what we are getting in the new re-release of the game is a new Phantom Thief named Kasumi Yoshizawa. So he's going to be she, not really sure as of right now. So they are going to be a new Phantom Thief that you're allowed to have in your party. That'll allow for another character to grow on you, new relationships with characters. So that'll be really cool to see. There will also be a counselor at Shujin Academy named Takuto Maruki. So that's interesting as well. There's going to be a third semester at school because, you know, everybody wants to come home from a long day of school when they're in high school and turn on their PS4 and go back to school. So that's going to be fun. There's also going to be a new area in the game called Kichijoji. So it looks like there's going to be new mini games over there. You can play pool, you can play darts, probably shop for more items, potions, books, video games probably. And there's also going to be an enhanced graphics patch for the PS4 Pro. So probably 4K, maybe 60 frames per second. I actually don't know what the game runs on, whether it's 30 or 60 at the moment. But it looks like it's going to be 4K for the PS4 Pro, so that's wonderful. And we finally got details on the long-awaited Persona 5S, which many people thought the S stood for Switch. Meaning that there would be a Switch port of the vanilla Persona 5 game, not the Royal, but the general base game. And I thought that myself. I thought, of course, JRPGs do very well on the Switch. It's a portable machine. Persona 4 Golden sold extremely well for the PS Vita, and we all know how the PS Vita went. So it makes all kinds of sense to take Persona 5 and move it over to the Switch, but that's not the case. Actually, what Persona 5S is called Persona 5 Scramble, the Phantom Strikers. And I know I woke up that day a little disappointed to see that it wasn't just a port of Persona 5 to the Nintendo Switch, but actually what it is a Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors Musou type game. So it's going to be one of those. It's a spin-off. It's not a JRPG base game mainline title. I know I was hoping for just a port of the base game, but sometimes we can't get what we want all the time. But as a growing fan of the Persona series, I have played a lot of Persona 5. I'm probably almost done with it at the moment. It's slowly becoming one of my favorite games of all time. I love it. I can't wait to play both of these games. Even the Scramble game, Persona 5S. I think it's going to be a fun game. I really liked Hyrule Warriors. I'm a huge Zelda fan, so seeing a spin-off Zelda game of that kind of polish and caliber was really, really nice. I played it on my Wii U and I loved it. I beat it to hell and back. I'll do it again, and I'll happily do it with the Persona 5 characters. And I think it has the potential to be a great game. So while everyone was really hoping for a vanilla port to the Switch, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen at the moment. No one really knows whether or not Atlas has a contract with Sony about having their mainline titles on only Sony systems, only the PlayStation systems. But more and more evidence seems like that's the case. Persona would sell way more copies if it was even ported to the PC, or maybe not the Xbox One, more so the Switch, more so Switch and PC. But for whatever reason, they're not doing that, and it kind of makes no sense. But regardless, I guess we can be thankful for what we're getting. And Persona 5 Scramble, it seems like it's going to be a fun game if you like those type of games. I do. Well, I've only played Hyrule Warriors, but I like that game, so I think a type of game with characters in a series that I enjoy would be fun. So I will definitely be picking up both of these games, and I guess that's about it. Let me know what you guys think about Persona 5 The Royal and Persona 5 Scramble The Phantom Strikers. Are you happy that we're not just getting a base port of Persona 5 to the Switch? Maybe you are. Maybe you're happy that we're getting a brand new game. And how do you feel about The Royal not being downloadable DLC for just the base game of Persona 5? You have to play the game over again. I know that's probably not going to be a thing that a lot of people will do. A lot of people enjoy the base game, but it's so long. I know I don't have enough time in my day to just sit down and play the whole game and get through it in a week. It's taken me months to just beat the base game. So adding I don't know how many hours onto the base game for this re-release will fare for me, but I digress. I will complete it eventually. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and give the video a like if you liked it, and dislike it if you feel that way. And I'll see you next time for a little bit more news and discussion. Thanks, guys.